Hi, my name is Christina Franklin. I am the book writer of Game Changers the Musical. I'm also a proud alumni and former member of the TADA Resident Youth Ensemble Theater. The concept and the story. Well, first it kind of started with my co-writer and I, Matt Gregory, sitting down after having worked here together for a few seasons, a few shows, and kind of just making a list of topics that we would be interested in exploring. One of those topics was, or specifically topics that we think would make a good musical.
It's about time you meet our contestants! What do you say?
So I kind of started with what I would categorize as basic tropes when you're dealing with an ensemble, small group. So there's usually the very smart leader, type A person. There's usually a contrarian of sorts, someone who is saying no for the sake of saying no, you know. There's more often than not someone who's very quiet.
Last but not least, we have Naomi. Hey, dude. Are you excited for today? Have any clever strategies lined up? Well, we look forward to hearing from you.
You don't know what they're going through. They could be checked out. They could be very checked in and quiet. But what I was drawn to was the fact that all those personality types can be helpful and effective. Here's a group of folks in the same in one environment with different goals, different motivations, different things that they're dealing with, and we're all moving forward together. Like in Game Changers, it's not just the contestants. It's Chris, it's the crew backstage. They all have their little things. Tracy, the pump up team, everyone there has a task at hand and their own feelings about it. So when things start to go wrong or not as planned, they have to tap into, okay, well, what is my goal? I wanted to make a point that they all had a purpose there. They all have traits that benefit them and can hinder them. And it's up to them to figure out how they want to move through it and how they want to deal with other folks. So you'll notice that towards the end of the show, spoilers, once they team up or whatever, they don't lose their traits, right? Priscilla and CJ are still bickering. They've teamed up, but they're still bickering because they still are who they are. But they've reassessed their goal together. And in the final challenge, the big race to the Mount Victory, my goal was to put them in circumstances where not only did they have to work together, but they ran into moments that required that trait in them, right? So the unknotting of all the ropes, the chaos of that, the fact, again, like think of a bunch of know-it-alls, right? We're all grabbing for what we think is the answer. It takes that one person to be like, hold on, stop. You go there, you go there, you go there, you go there, right?
Next week!
It's always about the day the adventure occurred. And I think my favorite part of it is that they have no idea at the beginning. They all come in with certain expectations, but it ends up being a crazy adventure.
And you can't team up